Heavy serve striking the corner. Winner of this one will take on the winner of Kwong Duong or Luke Watson. Zane Ford takes the net first, the place he feels most comfortable.
I feel like Zane Ford's very comfortable at that kitchen line. He's got that reach and that mobility that allows him to be in control and calm during those volleys when handling the oppressive fire of his opponents. Both at the line now. No ATP. Back corner.
No. Almost went around the back, did Roscoe Bellamy. Cat and mouse point. First one of the day.
I've seen too many trick shots today. And I've seen 2 trick shots today.
1-1.
Bellamy just finding himself with a little more time than he thought he was going to have with that ball. Sure. Hunts it down.
Ooh, just wide. Nice drop shot by Roscoe Bellamy. Invites Zane Ford up, which could have been dangerous, but it was well placed.
Yeah. A little bit of a surprising blowout in that Donald Young versus Rafa Hewitt match that lefty off earlier today. All of these matches from here on out, you can expect to be pretty even-keeled. Bellamy versus Ford.
Beautiful ball from Roscoe. Oh, that's a block volley out of desperation. Finds the open court. Roscoe couldn't get back to trace it. How would you evaluate the drop volley so far on both sides? Both players utilizing that.
Yeah, very important.
1-2.
Just having it in your inventory as an option, extremely important.
Nice approach. Fended off the pace from Roscoe. Found and painted the corner. Did Zane Ford.
Yeah.
Signed with 6-0 January 30th, so that's fresh news for the 20-year-old. We saw the career record flash on the screen just a moment ago. 28-8 for Zane Ford, bursting onto the Carvana PPA Tour scene. It's a player like that can start to disrupt the bracket. Heavy serve, a lot of spin. That ball did not come up for Roscoe Bellamy.
I enjoy how Zane takes his time with his serve, kind of puts the game on his terms, and then makes his decision accordingly.
4-2. Point.
Nicely located ball from Zane Ford, pulling Roscoe.
Ford looking to be unfazed. And that's what we call a good timeout. Stops him in its tracks. Ooh, even with sending the ball over, Zane Ford taking all of his time.
2-5.
Oof.
Side out.
Opts for the triple rip. First two he sends deep to the back corner. Zane's there for the volley. And a follow-up with a third drive into the net. Ball immediately back in the hands of Zane Ford. Well played, well played.
Yeah, great point construction from Roscoe. Stayed patient, waited for his moment. It's a lot of body to try and pass. If you're Zane Ford on the approach towards Bellamy. Off the tape, unfortunate bounce for Bellamy.
That's going to get it done.
We apologize for the technical difficulties there. Zane Ford continues his run up 8-2 now in the first. Roscoe Bellamy jumped out to a 2-point start. And Zane Ford has kept him off the board since. We'll see if he can mount a comeback here.
Yeah, Zane's really making Bellamy think here. Not letting him getting into any kind of groove or flow state. Let's see if Bellamy can put something together. No.
Since we're a bit above sea level, Rob, what do you like about playing in some altitude? What don't you like as a player?
Well, when I think altitude, I think Red Rock, I think Arizona, and it always makes me happy knowing that I'm in those locations. That's first and foremost. That's what I like. It is tougher to keep that ball on court. Makes everything fly a little bit more, so show up early, get acclimated. How about that? Bellamy getting big. So well, the higher we go up, the less oxygen per se there is, so there's less resistance on the ball, and the ball just travels further than it normally would. So it can be, you know, tougher in that regard to keep the ball on court.
Point.
A lot of times in Red Rock, my success led to getting there early, making the adjustments in my paddle so I can still be comfortable with my game and not have to make as many adjustments with my game. But, you know, some of us have day jobs, Michelle. We can't all show up 6 days early. I think 2 days would be the suggested amount.
Nice heavy serve from Roscoe Bellamy. Saw that early out of the gate. Needs more of that against the crafty mover, Zane Ford.
Yikes.
Side out.
Yeah. If he could make that ball and really kind of strive to process out, play the cat and mouse as opposed to winning with the shortest dink of all time, a little bit of unnecessary risk there, especially on the move.
Point.
Zane Ford, full control.
9-4.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, beautiful start to finish. Zane Ford polishes off another. Game point.
Game point. 10-4.
Well done, Roscoe Bellamy gets on top of it, snaps it down on the backhand side, using that reach.
Yeah. Zane Ford, you know, not losing into the net, really making Bellamy work for every point, every side out.
Ooh, great movement and ball movement from Roscoe Bellamy. Had Zane Ford on his heels again with a heavy serve.
5-10.
There it is.
Wow, clean opening and a beauty. Roscoe Bellamy inching his way back in.
That's the shot he's been warming up this entire match, and finally execution meets decision.
7-10.
Now her successor maintains serve.
It's a great ball strike from Roscoe Bellamy.
8-10.
Tight one here, still in game one.
Saves a game point, down 10-4, and rallying for a comeback.
9-10.
Finally, the run comes to an end, but Zane Ford in tighter position than he was before. A chance for Bellamy to tie it there, denied. Game point number 2 for Zane Ford.
Overcooked.
All right, another chance for Roscoe to tie it up.
Great tenacity.
9-10.
Another big serve will do it. Tie game. Oof, that one hurts.
Oof, indeed.
But hey, risk to reward ratio for Roscoe Bellamy has paid off at the service line, that's for sure.
True.
Just looked like a misconnection there from the paddle to ball position.
There's the roller.
Wow. Nasty angle from Roscoe Bellamy on the backhand side. Knifes it out of the air. Take another look at this play, Rob.
Yeah, just those micro adjustments in his feet, following the ball, keeping control at that kitchen line.
The backhand is cooking for Roscoe Bellamy. Game point after fighting off 2 against.
Game point. 11-10.
Heavy serve finds the sideline, and Roscoe Bellamy rallies to take the first. 12-10 after trailing 10-4. That is impressive.
Very impressive. Did not see that coming for him to come back and take that match. Great time management and perseverance. Game 1 going to Bellamy.
Yeah, dramatic game 2 coming up after the break.
Here we go. Drop shot not there. Can already feel a little bit of a different Bellamy here in game 2. Scored the last 8 points of game 1 to take that game 1. Pretty impressive comeback. That ball is going to hang on from downtown, Zane Ford.
Zero.
Oh,
Point.
Ford, all right, so what's the mentality here? You drop the first in a heartbreaker for Zane. How do you mentally bounce back?
yeah, it's tough because, you know, over the course of that entire game 1, he was in control. So, you know, maybe just honing in a couple better spots to really shut down Bellamy. That huge serve was a start, but Bellamy's going to take it right back. I think the biggest one to hone in on is his serve return. As you mentioned, Michelle, Bellamy really has that that heavy serve. He might need to be a little more patient, he being Zane, might need to be a little more patient taking the net, put a little more chips in, just handling this oppressive serve from Bellamy.
Point.
It seems to me that Roscoe Bellamy, I mean, he's always been a good server, but he's got that even harsher touch to it this season, it seems.
Absolutely. Noticeable difference. Chipping away, Zane Ford verbally requesting that to himself to wake up.
1-1.
Heavy serve right back at you from Zane Ford to the corner on Roscoe Bellamy.
2-1.
Ooh.
Point.
That's a wonderful play right there. That drive to the sideline, stretch Bellamy out just a little bit, force that drop shot to the backhand, the righty backhand. Always a great place to go.
3-1. Side out. The ball is called out.
This one gets
No, you can
Q
challenge.
Duong. We have
Not allowed
some
to make
speculation on
Challenge if you
the
like.
call courtside. You can challenge it. You get 3 opportunities to do so. Might as well take him.
1-3. Side out. Three, 1.
Full command at the kitchen. Roscoe Bellamy buries the volley.
One, 3. Side out. Sorry. Three, 1.
Oof. Oh, the return. No way.
Point.
Epic point there. Bellamy's going to call a timeout, perhaps for the lungs, after running a track meet to hunt that one down. Timeout call.
Epic matchup so far, as we would expect between these two talented singles players. So for Zane Ford to hang on, you mentioned the returns. What else would you tell him to embody?
No sleeping. Every point. Got to show up every point. Bellamy's looking to really kind of out-energize him here, and you can hear it in the self-talk. Let's go, every point. You know, Zane Ford's trying to fight that battle as well. Wake up, time to wake up. Let's get this going. That's the way you got to play. Don't rush yourself, but keep up the hustle for sure.
There's a look at Q's father, Duke Duong, scouting his next opponent. Q is advanced to the round of 16. He was also in Australia last weekend. Busy weekend for the Duong family. If you did not see, his youngest son, Bao, did get a nasty Nelson on his very own brother in Australia.
He's the best 9-year-old going on 19-year-old in the game, Bao Dong.
It was awesome. Love that he just full sent right at him. You haven't seen it, go to the PPA Tour social media channels to find it. It is epic.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Zane Ford on a heater here in game 2.
There's the hustle.
Dips it into the corner.
Back to the elite movement. Can't let up. Can't be lazy. Take no points off.
5-1.
Ooh, that is a nice difficulties. And while we were away, Zane Ford hit some rippers, to say the least. Nice. Roscoe, no stranger to hefty deficits in this matchup. How does he regain that control here in game 2?
It's tough. It's the execution of Zay Ford. It's going to be tough to put out here. Finding new success on that drop shot to the forehand of Bellamy on those 2 points that escaped the viewers. Oh my goodness. It's like the fish jumped right on his plate there and he just didn't know what to do with it. I haven't seen Bellamy really go for that drop shot to the backhand. He's going for the back corner more so. Bellamy takes the net, takes control.
Just barely missed the reset ball. Here comes Roscoe. Chipping away, as he did with the 10-4 deficit in game 1.
Yeah.
Ooh. And the opener, Zay Ford moves him outside his comfort zone. Ball back to Zay Ford.
Again, success to that drop shot to the forehand of Bellamy. Might be a little foreign for Bellamy. It's making him uncomfortable.
9-5.
Ford getting it done. No volley just yet.
Side out.
Got some chess-like points happening here. That's going to be us during our rec games later.
Side out.
An odd floater ball to the baseline. Effective for Zay Ford.
Huge blunder.
Timeout server, 9-5. Correction. No timeout. 9-5.
Oh, wow, he got it. No. And Zay Ford was there for the follow-up. Great effort from Bellamy. Couldn't recover on the next touch, though.
Super smart shot from Zay Ford. And to put it simply for those at home, when you're playing a high mobility player, put the ball where they were, not where they're going.
Zay Ford takes the second, seeking revenge on Roscoe Bellamy, 11-5. The final in game 2, and now we move on to game 3. What gives?
Worlds in the World of Pickleball meet over in Australia. What an event that was, and it's great to see those communities combined. So shout out to all the Australian pickleball players out there and the broadcast team over there holding it down in our absence. Let's go.
Point. 2-0.
Beautiful work at the kitchen for Roscoe Bellamy. 3-0 lead in this deciding game 3. Just wide, and the run will end there. Zay Ford with a chance to create some running momentum at the start of game 3.
0-3. Point.
Very nice ball from Zay Ford.
Point.
Overcooked the return. Big serves always a key in singles.
2-3.
These two have been as heavy of servers as we've seen all day. Wow.
It's an exciting shot to take. Roscoe going for it with the two-hander. Puts that anywhere on that side of the court, he wins the point. Like that shape from Zane. Brings it back to the other sideline.
How did he do it? Beautiful. From Zay Ford, he's got the touch, and he's got the tenacity, too. And so does Roscoe Bellamy, battling right back.
You can feel the pace of play here increasing in game 3. Both players want it.
Three, 4.
Potential
Referee
dispute.
timeout. We have a challenge of the out call.
Our first challenge of the day. Zay Ford is charged with 1 for the incorrect call.
Point.
Quick ball check. Back to the game.
Left.
Off the net. Replay, as it should be.
5-4.
Oh, yeah.
That's a beautiful ball from Roscoe Bellamy. Crucial challenge at a pivotal moment in the match. He recovers a 2-point lead at the end change. And we're going to step aside for just a moment. The conclusion and the winner of Game 3 and the match will be announced when we return. Arizona, where Roscoe Bellamy is capsizing some momentum here in Game 3 on Zay Ford. Heavy ground stroke from Zay Ford will get the ball back on his side, but he's got to go.
4-6. Point.
Solid exchange.
5-6. Point.
Off the net. Over the course of the match, just Zane really finding that
6-6.
cross-court drop to the forehand of Bellamy. Back to it. Earns himself a volley.
And he closes the deal.
Whew. It's very nice to identify what's working for him. Bellamy's going to sneak in a timeout here.
A run, what a rally for Zay Ford. Trouble brewing for Roscoe Bellamy. How do you approach the situation?
It's tough to put out the fire that is Zay Ford. If he starts to creep over and protect on that drop shot to his forehand, you know, Zane is just going to take it elsewhere. It's one of the things he does so well is he holds his shot for long enough for his opponent to decide where they're going to set up, and he goes elsewhere. So Bellamy's just going to have to lock it in.
Second overall meeting between these two players. It was Roscoe Bellamy that knocked out Zay Ford at the World Championships in Dallas last season in the round of 64. Zay Ford with a chance to get revenge here at the Tucson Open.
If perhaps Roscoe can find some options to, you know, deny Zane that opportunity to be going to that drop shot on the forehand of Roscoe. He's doing it. Zane is doing it with his forehand, so maybe he can find solace targeting the backhand of Zay Ford. We'll see. That's a lot. Tall order.
And that forehand has been a menace, and he does it again. 2-point swing to Zay Ford.
The The true fire here is coming out.
8-6.
Oh, what a battle from Bellamy, and then Zane Ford teases him. Sends the drop volley in.
Yeah, and that soft, easy shot for winner. You know, not everybody has that shot. Not everybody's as comfortable as Zane Ford with that shot.
Wow. Follows it up for match point, 10-6.
Match point. 10-6.
Wow. Wheels for days.
Trickles over the net and lands on that thick
Match point.
black bar.
10-6.
We're going to call that too good. Replay. Oh,
That is so wicked.
Side out.
Seen that backhand volley a couple of times. Goes straight down. More effective than an overhead.
yeah, use that more.
6-10.
A lot of work to do for Roscoe here.
Yeah, it feels like the last push. Opportunity. Beautiful. Zane Ford right back at it. Match point number 2.
To be there for the volley.
Match
Zane
point.
Ford.
10-6.
Zane Ford gets it done in the desert. A 3-game win over Roscoe Bellamy, and he will move on to face Q Duong in the next round.
That's going to be fantastic. Really great match we just had here between Bellamy and Ford. And to follow it up with that sportsmanship at the net, that's what we love to see at the pro level. Shout out to both players on this one.
Stay with us. We'll be back to speak with Zane Ford with that new panel sponsor deal and much more to discuss with the young 20-year-old winner.